Welcome to The Apprentice. You're fired. It's week 10 of Lord Sugar's search for his business partner, and sadly, one more candidate has been shown the door in that search for that £250,000 investment. Wait, but what's happening here?
Right, well, Stephen, you told me you were going to win. You didn't win.
No, it's not, is it?
Stephen, you're also fired.
Double firing! Let's meet our panel this evening. Managing Director of Groupon UK, Tobias Torch, Lord Sugar's aide, Karen Brady, and comedian Ed Byrne, welcome to Your Fired. Tonight's task of negotiating competitive deals for luxury experience led to this candidate being discounted.
It is the person whom I feel is most responsible for the lack of contribution in the task that leaves. And on that basis, I've got to say that, Gabrielle, as nice a person as you are, it is with regret that you are fired.
Thank you very much.
Please welcome Gabrielle Omar. Good to meet you, Gabby. But if you're feeling tense and awkward, I have some fish that you might want to eat your feet for some time. That is a luxury experience that we're laying on. Apologies for the celebratory mood. You were clearly not in a celebratory mood. Were you disappointed?
Yeah, oh, of course I was. But at the end of the day, at least I went with Stephen. If I'm going to go down, I'm going down with Stephen.
Well, you will picture the bones of all this, but let's take a look where it all went wrong for you.
The fish thing. Did you not understand the need for something special on this website?
Gabrielle really pushed for the fish pedicure.
That is very popular, I know, at the moment.
The CEO of the website was really clear this morning.
We aim for the higher end of the market, top end.
Every Tom, Dick and Harry is selling it. And the thing about this website is that they don't want to be classified as any Tom, Dick and Harry. I don't think you contributed much in this task at all, to be honest with you.
But, I mean, was it difficulty in picking what was regarded as luxury, as, you know, by their demands? I mean, they turned down 6 of the 9 offers you got.
Do you know what? I think I got the... Honestly, I think I got the task slightly wrong. I guess I was going more towards if we were starting up a new daily deals site rather than adding to what they already had.
Right, OK. It's an intriguing market. Toby, you work in this particular market.
That's right.
I mean, yeah. Do you shift a lot of fish pedicures on the website?
Not anymore.
Really? Was there a time that it was really hot and then now it's gone?
Last summer.
Wow, you've got to feel for the fish in this situation, don't you? These fish were brought in, bred to eat feet, and now they're...
Hungry.
Yeah. They're essentially bred at whitebait somewhere in the air. Sorry, lads, what did you think whitebait was? How do you think Gabby performed on this?
On this particular task, I think you lost your way. And I think there was no planning, there wasn't any structure. There was that mad moment when I was following you and Stephen running down the King's Road, going into car showrooms, bars, hairdressers.
Anyone would take us, yeah.
Anyone,
much,
and
yeah.
nobody would take you. That was the very sad point. But I think the really amazing thing about you, Gabby, was your energy was always the thing that drove you throughout the whole series. And in this particular one, I think the lack of structure, and it is exhausting after 10 weeks. I think you lost your way a little bit.
I think it was like one of those days where I woke up and was just like, you know what, I'd love to call in sick right now. You know, just, exhausted and tired and, I could do with a cup of tea and watch some, romantic rom-com or kind of thing, so...
Ed, what did you think of the time?
Well, I feel for you on the fish thing. I've clearly been asleep for the past 2 years, that we've gone from fish eating your feet being a weird thing to want to have happen to you, to being a very exclusive and cool thing to have happen to you, to being a thing everybody's doing.
I missed the last bit, yeah.
I also thought that the guy in the car showroom was a bit snoozy for a bloke whose neon sign wasn't working properly. I don't know if you noticed that branch of Eddie's Benz that he went to. And he's all like, well, I don't think you can offer us anything we don't already do. Well, you can get your sign fixed for him.
Look, also, I presume this industry, if you're doorstepping people on this, the rejection level will be quite high because it's not that well known an industry, and
That's
so
right.
you're going to get a lot of no's.
That's right. You're going to get a lot of no's, and one thing that you have to be is prepared. And I think that's something that we saw that you guys weren't quite as prepared. I know it's rushed, so it's not like you have as much time as our employees do to prepare for such a situation. But you actually have to ask the right questions, hit the right buttons.
It does seem like a strange business. No offence, right? But just the idea of going to somebody and saying, you know how you sell this for that much money, right? If you sign up with us, we'll sell it for half that. and you'll sell loads more. It's like going, why didn't I think of that? Like if somebody just goes to you, so whatever you're selling your tickets for on tour, I'll sell them for half that. Would you go, you're a genius? Or would you go, no, I won't make as much money if you do that?
I think it depends strongly on how many empty seats you have, right?
Yeah.
So if you have a lot of empty seats and if you...
Well, in his case, you know.
I'll give you my card, yes.
Yeah, you're very kind. There may be the odd seat in the Edinburgh Playhouse this weekend. Why didn't you contact them directly? We're going to focus for a second on your creativity, by the way, because there were some amazing hits. And the odd miss. Credit where it's due. Last week's Sparkling Wine Task, which was a disaster just across the board for both teams. There was one idea that stood out, which was, of course, your design for the champagne glass with the rose on it. That actually would work. My favourite, however, was probably the remarketing of the humble beard trimmer, for which you found an entirely new market for.
Well, you know, if it doesn't sell, what else can you say about it?
Did any woman go, well, now this is the sound...
You'd be surprised.
Really? Yeah. Which delicate part of a lady's garden would be hedge trimmed with this particular...
Again, that was desperate times. I think we had most of it left, and it was just like, right, I need to change the name of this. Bikini trimmer. And then people just started laughing. Yeah, you're laughing, but you want one. Yeah. And, they start... And
until... Here, look, when you finish doing your bikini line, I'll do your eyebrows.
Honey, I'm home. You've also come across, by the way, as one of our most selfless of candidates. Certainly there were moments in the boardroom which were almost saintly.
The other three of you go back to the house. You can go off to the house and I'll see you in the next house.
This is The Apprentice. No one has ever done that. No one, in 8 series, no one has ever done any more than, yes, I'm out. Fire them all. And it's but you were like, I mean, Andy Parsons with theory last week that you were subtly passing a message over to Lord Sugar. Him. Was it just meant as it for the camera?
More of an unlucky.
Were you surprised with this? Had you seen
Not
that?
really, because obviously I've watched you up close and you are a very tactile person and it is all about your personality and the way that you interact. And I think people really enjoyed working with you because you had that energy, you had an ability to calm people down, you could get your point across. You weren't one of the screamers and the shouters, which you were a little bit frightened about after the first boardroom.
Yeah.
And I think you learned a lot on this journey. You learnt you could sell, which I don't think is something I really understood about yourself before you came into it. And I think other than the figures, the creativity definitely came across. It was a pleasure to watch.
Oh, thank you.
It's that moment, Gabby, when we hear now from Lord Sugar and from one of your former colleagues.
Gabrielle, a very nice young lady,
can get a little bit excited from time to time, talks a little bit too fast. But while she may be very good on the artistic side of things, her business savvy is really not there.
I'm really not sure in terms of what Gabrielle's contributions were, and I'm not sure if she was just there for the ride or if she added a lot of value.
I think she got to the end of the process as far as I'm concerned, and so regretfully, that's why I fired Gabrielle.
The regretfully is always a good sign, by the way.
So bad, is it?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it doesn't
I'll
do
go
that
with that.
often, to be honest. I mean, what have you learned from this?
Again, like Karen said, I didn't know I could sell. I think I was top seller on like 2 or 3 tasks, so which is brilliant. I did also learn that, yeah, attention to detail is a definite must. And I think I learned that maybe slightly too late in the process, but again, I guess I could analyse myself, and now I'm hopefully a more rounded person.
Tell us a little bit about the business, because for me, this is a relatively new business at this stage,
Yeah.
but it's still having its teething problems as a business. at the moment.
This type of business model didn't really exist up until a couple of years ago, and the gap that we tried to fill, or that we believe we filled, was to enable small local service businesses like restaurants, beauty places, to be able to sell online. And obviously, because that business didn't exist before, that whole industry didn't exist before, we kind of had to pioneer that, and along the way ran into issues that we didn't foresee them, that when they occurred, we had to fix them, sometimes retrospectively.
Yes, I mean, to be honest, you've had some issues with fair trading or advertising standards because you may be in the position sometimes of making promises, your company's making promises, on behalf of other businesses.
Yeah, correct. And so we have to see that, and that's something also we learned over time, that we as Groupon, as a company, are, because of our name, under much more scrutiny than the local merchants. So they can, for example, claim something on their website that their massage is actually pain relieving. At the beginning, we would put that on the website, but then we had no proof, or the study sample size that they had in the study wasn't big enough to actually grant that being on our website, and so we got punished for that. So now that we know that we actually have to be the experts in all the regulation, and actually regulate whatever the merchants put on their website to not end up on our website.
So weight loss hot pants, for example, that's not going to reappear, is it?
No, it's not in that form.
Okay, fine, Karen. Oh, I look forward to the rewording of weight loss hot pants. Let's go to the vote. Toby, you think Lord Sugar was right to fire Gabby?
I think Gabrielle has great people skills, but I think that the business acumen and being on top of the numbers, it wasn't there and was repeatedly not there. So yes.
Okay, Karen?
You know my thoughts, Gabby. Lovely person, but I think you ran out of steam. And that, coupled with the lack of control on that task, Alan made the right decision.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Ed?
No, I think why. Seriously, why? I do think that Stephen should have been fired, but I think that only one person should have been fired this week, so next week it'll be 3 against 3. Now next week it's 2 against 3. That's nonsense. What is he up to?
It could be 4 against 1. You don't know how he's going to divide it up. That'd be hilarious. Just Ricky on his own, and they can tag team. It could be the wrestling challenge. Just Ricky in the middle with 4 of them hanging off his arms. And he's flinging them against walls like Avengers Assemble.
Like you're a stag night.
Yeah. Oh, we'll never see those girls again. Okay, you know the drill at this stage. If you agree with Lord Sugar, please hold up fired. If you don't, please hold up hired. I'm going to give that to... Oh, I'm going to give that to hired from where I'm sitting there. Yeah, it's tight. Yeah, go on, all right.
Thanks, guys.
It's half and half here. Okay, about that. Now, we always like to give our guests on the show a gift that they can take away as a memory. For some reason, people presume it's always going to be taking the mickey out of something, but sometimes we do actually like to acclaim some proper creativity.
Okay.
So this actually works. This is actually a rose wine glass.
Thank you. That's lovely. And
There he is. 10 glorious weeks, Gabby. Here are your highlights.
I'm not the usual kind of candidate.
I've never seen someone giggle so much. She can be excited about anything. Just anything.
blah, blah, blah. I'm really so happy.
I feel lovely. I'm slightly ditzy, but I say I'm professional ditzy.
Ladies, come over. I love you.
Very good motivational skills.
She's positive.
High quality hairdressing. behind you. I can show you that chair. £1. Still, be better with fight to the music. Let's do it like we mean it. In the shape of a champagne glass. I'm crying.
You've got to love someone that's permanently got a smile on their face.
Okay. Sorry. Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, Gabrielle Omar.